With the hype for Marvel Spider-Man 2 just being off the charts and us being about 2 weeks away from launch, I had to check out this bundle of classic suits by Tango. Tango has just relaunched a whole new wave of these suits, and they all just look amazing from what I've seen. I haven't seen all of them in game. I'm going to be experiencing them with you guys in this video. I would love to see some of these types of suits in Marvel Spider-Man 2, maybe as DLCs later on, because Insomniac is known to add suits post-launch and things like that, so it would be really cool, especially with how amazing the game looks. Like, these suits would just pop in that game. But let's just jump straight into this, right? Because we're going to be looking at all of these suits, all of the details and everything like that. So the first suit here is actually the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 suit. And I mean, you could just tell right away from the logo, and look at all of the patterns on the actual suit. Tango keeps leveling up, and it's crazy. This is like probably the 5th time I've said that, but the quality of these suits has just been phenomenal, like absolutely phenomenal. So make sure to go download this bundle for yourself. Look at the colors as well, like the patterns, the colors, everything is just seriously amazing. I love the logo as well. It's definitely done justice. I also love the lenses that Tango always does, and the web patterns. Like, everything just feels really immaculate when you look at it. I am just blown away every single time I see these suits, and I'm a huge fan of the classic lens as well. Like, I usually, used to think, oh yeah, maybe they're alright, but seeing them in game like this really makes me appreciate them even more. Now we go to the back here. I put some lighting on so you could see the back as well, and I love how there's like a zipper here. Like, if you actually look from the neck all the way down, you can see like a zipper, and I think that's a really cool detail, and it kind of goes through the middle of the spider. I think like that's a really cool touch and makes it sort of, grounded in reality as well, and I just love that. And you can see like the gloves there, you can see where the web shooter is, you can also see all the like kind of cross stitching and whatnot. He's also still thick as well, which is always good to know. And I'm kidding, by the way. And then you can kind of see like the boots, actually, like you can actually tell these are boots, which I just love. I'm really glad that this is the first suit that we get to take a look at. And let's move on to the next one, which is going to be, it's still the classic suit, but this is from is this like Volume 1? I can't, like, I think this is just like a variation of the colors of what you see, or like what you see from a different page or something. I'm not 100%. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. But one of the first things I noticed is like this is like gloves and stuff as well. Like, you can see where it kind of just overlays, which is really cool. And also love the colors as well. It's way more red, this suit, compared to that first one. I love that. You can also tell that not like a lot more work went into it, but the attention to detail is very standing. Like, that logo is fantastic. Lenses are still the same, but you can see the differences, right? Like, it seriously just looks amazing just looking at the screen. And if you wanted to know what my graphics settings are because of how good my game looks, do let me know, because it took me a long time to actually figure out what the best settings are for this game. And then of course everything else is still the same on the back here. So we're going to go back to the front and then go to the next suit. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man annual classic suit as well. And obviously the lenses are still the same. I'm just going to go over the differences. And you can still see some like kind of cross stitching and whatnot. I like it a lot. But the emblem is clearly the big difference here. Like, the colors are still pretty much the same on the entire suit, but the emblem is the thing that's different, and the rest of the suit is the same. So you have a lot of options here when it comes to the suit. I'm not sure, is the fabric any different? Not really, but yeah. So the only difference here is the logo as well, as far as I can tell, and the suit is just amazing. Now we've got the What If Volume 1 suit, and this is where I absolutely love this one, because this is where like Spider-Man it's a what if Spider-Man was a part of the Fantastic Four, turning it into the Fantastic Five, hence the 5 on the emblem. And I always really like this suit, just because he expands the butt of the spider and just slaps a number 5 in it, and I don't know, man, it just makes my brain satisfied looking at it. So if you want to use this suit as well, you can. I'm pretty sure everything else on this very suit is the same. I mean, lots of variables for one of the first suits that we've seen, and I'm just a fan of Tango's take on this suit, and I just adore it. What else can I say? It's a pleasure to be able to, you know, look at these suits and kind of review them as we go. And now we got the classic suit Origins. So this is pretty much the same suit, pretty much, obviously, but it's like black and red, and my lord, I adore this combination. I mean, it looks good, man. It looks good. I always say this, but I've really fallen in love with the black and red scheme for Spider-Man. Like, it just looks so cool. And I mean, this suit here itself is one of the like major, you know, it's a big evidence, right, as to why the suit just looks fantastic. And seeing all these variations and variants is really cool and makes me hopeful for what we're gonna see in Marvel Spider-Man 2 when that releases. I'm gonna be like doing a ton of videos, so make sure to subscribe as well if you're excited for that. Now we've got the classic suit from Spidey Super Stories number 25, and this is this a Webman? Yeah, I think this is Webman, right? Or something along the lines. Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, the blue is where the red is, and the red is where the blue is. It's a cool little thing, man. I like Webman, or I swear that's what he's called. I don't know, man. I'm having like a bit of a brain moment, but man, I love this suit, dude. It is nice. All right. I mean, look at it, dude. Look at that. It just looks good. It looks good, and dude, this is such a cool angle too. Like, the game just looks super clean. So now we've got the classic suit with the white logo, and this is clearly inspired by Marvel Spider-Man 2, because one of the variants that we did see was pretty much just the classic suit with a white logo, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited to just beat the story. Like, something you'd expect on the channel is me beating the story with so many different suits, so many different combinations for Miles and Peter. I'm gonna try to like line them up as well with some suits and things. So like, if they've got tech suits, we'll do a playthrough with tech suits. We'll do some comic playthroughs, things like that, like, you know, Arachnite and Shadow Spider suit. Just some crazy things. Like, if a Spider-Punk suit for Miles is in the game or something like that, I'll do it with the Peter Punk suit as well, stuff like that. It's gonna be fantastic, man. And this is a really cool alternate suit, actually. It's my first time seeing this. So this is Widow's Shade, so I think this is like inspired by Black Widow, clearly. And man, it's pretty interesting, dude. I like this bit here where you can see kind of like red still left over where the black bits of the suit are. Obviously it's way different, but I kind of dig it in a way, right? Like, the segment bits here are also red. I mean, damn, Black Widow, what did you do to Spider-Man? But it is interesting, man, and this is the kind of stuff I love to see more of, you know? Especially if it's not in Marvel's Avengers and monetized, like, bruh. You know, it being nice and, how do I put it? It just being free like this, obviously, it's just amazing, and I hope to see more stuff like that in the future of, you know, Marvel Spider-Man games. So let's go to the next one, which is the classic suit with a hat. That's my first time seeing this one, man. That's amazing. I think this was like one of those suits that Tango had like a poll for or something, or it was very highly requested, man. I'm glad this is in here. I wish Insomniac would do some like wacky stuff like this, dude, because this is great. I would love if they had like events where they design suits like tailored or something like that, or like they did packs where you could just purchase them. I totally wouldn't mind supporting that sort of like monetization side of things. I know a lot of other people might be like turned down by that or whatever, but for me personally, I'd be pretty chill with that. So now we've got like the Negative Zone suit, and you can see like the spiders kind of thickened up. It's one of those big classic suits, and I really like this very specific variant. I think it reminds me of, I don't know if it was Shattered Dimensions or Edge of Time. I know one of those games had a type of suit like this, but like one of the biggest things that you see here is that the actual webs aren't colored or anything, right? Like, they're just completely like black, and then you've got the big white emblem, and the blue bits are also white, and you know, the actual lens are black and the outline is white, and I just think that looks fantastic. And the back here just looks really good as well. it's definitely a really cool variant, and you know, I'm really proud of Tango for doing this one justice. Now we've got the classic suit Ultimate Avengers number 3. I haven't really seen this one before, like I do gotta be honest with you, but it does look very, very nice. It's a bit of a different one, but the colors that complement themselves, because like orange slash like kind of yellowish, or dark yellow slash orange and purple, they are opposites, so they contrast really well, and that is very evident in this suit. So obviously the rest of the suit is exactly identical to the others that we've seen so far. However, you know, the color schemes are different, and you know, it shows, and it's cool, man. I like it, you know. Now on to the next one here as well. Okay, this is for a different video, but I guess I can give you a quick taste of what is to come. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 black suit. You can see the textures look fantastic here. The lenses are just amazing, and you know, you could see where that bit there is. So is this the cloth version of it? I think this is the cloth version, because you know, I don't think the actual symbiote had bits like this unless it was trying to kind of mimic Spider-Man. But yeah, this is going to be the one suit that I do that is the symbiote one for this very video, just to give you a teaser of what's to come, because I've got a ton of these suits in the works here. So let me know what you thought of all of these classic suits in the comments below. Which ones of these specific classic suits would you want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2 if it was, you know, possible? My pick's the hat version for sure. Like if we had like a accessory system or something like that, that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out another video on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.